Here we're asked to find the number of elements in each region below when given lots of information. I won't read it all off. But I will say, as always, I try to start in the middle, the very center, and those are the elements that represent the intersection that are in set A and in set B and in set C, and that number is 2. And you sort of spiral your way out. So then I would continue with the other interior regions until I get out to the outer regions. So I might look, for instance, at the intersection of A and B. That's where A and B overlap. The problem tells me there are 9 things in the intersection. I already had 2 of them, so if I add 7 more, I get 9. Then I move over to another interior section, maybe there, which is the intersection of A and C. That's where A and C overlap. I know there are 10 elements in the overlap. I already had 2, so if I add 8 more, I get the 10 that I need. And finally, I move to the third interior region. That's where B and C overlap. I want that to be 11. I already had the 2, so I have to add 9 more to get to 11. Now I'm ready to move to the outer region. So for instance, if I look at the entire set C, I'm told there are 29 elements in set C. Well, I already had part of them. I had 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 9 is 19, but I have to get up to 29, so I have to add 10 more. And now I have 29 elements in set C. Continuing, I have 3 pieces of information that I've not used yet. The easiest of those 3 is the first one. That just tells us that the intersection of the complements of all the sets is 8. That means that the number of elements that aren't in A, and there aren't in B, and they aren't in C is 8. And so that goes outside of all 3 circles. So the 3 pieces of missing information are information that I've yet to use. That's the easiest. Now I'm left with 2 pieces of information. I'll just start with one. The top one says that the number of elements in the intersection of A with C complement is 28. So I've got to figure out what region that is. So I start off with, probably the easiest thing to do is start off with C complement. C complement consists of all the elements that aren't in C. That's what I've shaded a light blue. The set A, I've shaded yellow. And now I want to find out, since I'm doing intersection, I want to do where they overlap. So I'm looking again at those 2 sets, and you can see that they overlap. Now I've shaded it so that it looks blended. The blended colors is where they overlap. And that has to add up to 28. I already had 7 there, so I needed 21 more to get up to 28. So now I've used all but one piece of information they've given me. The one remaining piece of information is that the number of elements in A union B is 49. Well, what is A union B? A union B is everything in either A or B or both. So I have one missing value that I don't know. But I do know that the rest of those numbers plus that unknown number has to add to 49. And if I do the arithmetic, I find out that I get 47, so that last number has to be 2. So now I've completed all the regions of that Venn diagram. I've found the number of elements in each region.